Hey there guys, Ormcast back with another video today. So yes guys, we're finally going to talk about Transformers 1. So this video is going to have spoilers and I'm basically just going to give you my thoughts and what I thought of the film. Okie doke. So we're just going to get straight into it. So I will get to a point where there will be spoilers, so I will let you know when we get into the spoilers. Alright, but if you haven't seen the film yet, I mean, you should by now. But, just in case, there is some spoilers, so keep an eye out, alright? Right, what do I think? Oh my god, this film was just incredible. Like, this is like, it's in my top three Transformers films, let's just say that. Like, I really enjoyed this film so much. Like, oh, the relationships between Optimus, Megatron, like obviously Orion Pax and D16, and how they become Megatron and Optimus was just great. It was just incredible to see that relationship where they start off as like brothers or best friends, basically like a family, um, and then it all gets torn apart because, man, Sentinel Prime, he is an evil man. Honestly, he is an evil Prime. God, I knew Sentinel Prime was dodgy from the live action version, like we saw in the Dark and the Moon, like. But like, come on, this version of Sentinel Prime that's played by John Hamm. Oh my god, there was some bits I've seen online that people were comparing this. There was some bits where there were people have been comparing him to Homelander, and I can see why they're doing that. But oh my god, yeah, Sentinel Prime. Like, I'm gonna get into spoilers now. So Sentinel Prime basically killed all the Primes, basically, and then the Matrix of leadership was gone. Like Primus obviously took it away or whatever, until somebody worthy was able to come and wield it, basically. Obviously, we know that would be Orion or Optimus Prime, basically. So, yeah. Yeah, so you. Because of that, the energon levels on are not great on Cybertron because it went disappear, it like disappeared basically. So they obviously need to find it basically, so the energon like can like naturally come back to like help the planet. But obviously Sentinel Prime had been lying to the citizens of Cybertron for a very long time and took a lot of the Cybertronians transformation cogs basically, so they couldn't transform. So a load of them have been living a lie basically, um, which just wasn't great. It all come apart towards the end of the film. But yeah, he is one evil guy. Just because he wanted power. That's all it was. And he was working for the Quintessons, um, who we have seen before in other Transformers projects. They didn't really have a big role in this film, but I think the idea is they are gonna do a trilogy. I heard, or a second one. I think the trilogy is what I've heard for these like prequel, like sort of animated films set on Cybertron. So I'm guessing maybe the Quintessons will be the main big bads in the next film because it was mainly about Sentinel was the main villain in this one, um, with Arachnid as well in there. But yeah, it was interesting. So I'm guessing they'll be like the main threat in the future. I'm just guessing, but we should have to wait and see if that happens, though. But yeah, so yeah, they're like the main like villains you've got in the film. You've also got other characters. The Primes were pretty cool, I won't lie. Alpha Trion, played by Lawrence Fishburne, that was pretty cool. Love Alpha Trion as a character. You've also got the Cybertronian High Guard, which are basically the Decepticons, which is revealed at the end of the film if you stay till the ending and the end credit scene. Which is pretty cool because they were being led by Starscream, which is pretty sick. And Shockwave and Soundwave are there as well, which is pretty cool. Like, they're the OG three Decepticon lackeys, you know. Gotta love them three. And obviously Megatron does obviously take control in the film, which was pretty sick. I won't lie. But yeah, like the main cast was obviously Optimus, Orion, well, D16 Megatron, B, which is Bumblebee, and Lita 1. So yeah, they were like the main like cast basically. Scarlett Johansson was great as the Lita 1, I thought. And I'm guessing her relationship with Optimus will build in the future films, I'm guessing. B, yeah, he was just funny. Like, you get Keegan-Michael Key to play him, and I just thought, okay, this is going to be interesting, because Bumblebee, we're used to him not having a voice in most of the projects we've seen with Bumblebee, but it was actually nice seeing Bumblebee actually have a voice for a change. I know we did see something briefly in the live action stuff where he got voice, but this was like something a bit more definitive, which was pretty funny, and some of the jokes he has in the film are quite funny too. Yeah, some of the comedy in this was I quite enjoyed as well. Like, there's a line where at the end where Bumblebee is like, "Oh, I've always wanted to work for the government," was quite funny. Yeah, that was pretty funny. But yeah, the main cast were just so great. The main characters. Even like some of there's like other all like characters you can see in the background of the film, like they were just characters which are obviously people. If you're a Transformers fan, you know, got references and that. So you see like Jazz in the background, RC, Wheeljack, Ironhide. Like, there's so many. But this is obviously without their cogs and their transformation cogs, where they're like miners basically, because that's how they all start off, because they're mining basically for Energon. So yeah, but yeah, this film, I just really enjoyed it so much. Like, I think the last three Transformers films that have come out, which was Bumblebee, Rise of the Beasts, and now this, I think they've all been good, to be fair, and I think this new, like the live action stuff, I think the new universe is doing its own thing, which is pretty cool. I don't know if these prequel animated ones will be connected somehow. Maybe they will tie them into it at some point, but I highly doubt it. I wouldn't be opposed if this is its own thing. Like, I wouldn't be opposed to that. Like, I just want to see a good movie, to be honest. That's the honest truth. But yeah, guys, I thought this film was really good, and I really recommend go see it. Like, it's just really incredible, like, for a Transformers story, and I just want to know where it's going to go next, is the honest truth. But yeah, obviously our heroes beat the villains, so Sentinel, spoiler alert, he gets ripped in half by Megatron. which was crazy because there was some stuff for a kids movie. There was some dark stuff in this film. I won't lie, like because the director, I think it's like Josh something. I've forgotten his last name now, but I think he'd done like Toy Story or something before, and yeah, he knows how to hit the dark moments in these kids movies. I won't lie, these like animated sort of movies, which is pretty cool. The voice acting was pretty decent. I was not against like Chris Hemsworth or anything taking over as Optimus. I thought, right, this is a younger version, so that's cool. But yeah, I think he did a great job. I think every voice actor in this film done great, to be honest. I quite enjoyed it. So yeah. But yeah, it's pretty decent, so you got 2 end credits at the film as well. One was quite funny. It was just like a joke with Bumblebee about these friends that he made in the waste management, which is basically made out of garbage, which is like, okay, that was the first one. Yeah, the second one, which was probably the big one, so obviously you see Megatron, Shockwave, Starscream and Soundwave and the rest of the Decepticons branding themselves the Decepticon logo, because obviously in this film we learn that Megatronus Prime, like his face or helmet, was basically the Decepticon logo, which was pretty cool. I really liked that. I thought that was quite decent, like story wise, which is pretty cool. And they all like brand themselves, and then obviously you get the iconic line from Megatron where it's like, Decepticons rise up and that. So yeah, that's basically the end credit of how the film ends. Sorry, but obviously on the other side, the ending, you get the iconic Optimus speech, like in every Transformers film, basically at the end of the film, where Optimus is like warning the Quintessons or anything, if they come back to Cybertron, they'll be ready for them. So yeah, I'm guessing that's what's going to happen with the next film. If the Quintessons come back, maybe they have to team up with the Decepticons, fight them maybe, and then maybe the third film will be like a massive battle between Autobots and Decepticons, I'm guessing. So we'll just have to wait and see. But yeah, it's a really fun film. I had a great time with it. I would highly recommend and watch it. This is so good for if you're a Transformers fan, and you'll probably enjoy it as well if you like animation, to be honest, and that. Like, I thought it was just great. But yeah, like obviously next thing Transformers related, I think we've obviously got a video game coming, like Reactivate, and then the next Transformers film, I think Paramount have said that is the live action Transformers and G.I. Joe crossover. So yeah, we'll just have to keep an eye out and wait and see when that comes out, basically. But yeah, guys, if you enjoyed this video and my thoughts on Transformers 1, then leave a like below. So yeah, I want to know what you guys thought of the film and that, if you've seen it or not. So, but yeah, like I said, if you enjoyed this video, leave a like, subscribe, and leave your thoughts or comments down below. And I will see you guys in the next one.